Fit to Love is physical, emotional, and spiritual fitness to achieve the happy life you deserve. From exercise to cooking, relationships, and spirituality, you'll find all the inspiration you need right here with our host, JJ Flizanes.
Hello and welcome to Fit to Love Tasty Tuesdays, all about cooking, all about nutrition, and all about you. If there's something you'd like to see on the show, we'd love to hear from you. Please send us an email at info@invisiblefitness.com. Enjoy the show. Today's show, homemade almond milk. It's so simple, it's so easy, and it is so freaking delicious. You're going to want to make this all the time. So why homemade almond milk? Well, I don't know about you, but I've tried regular almond milk out of a container, and it has preservatives in it, and it has sort of a metally taste. I don't really see myself drinking like a whole glass of this. But when I started making homemade almond milk, there are three ingredients. There are 3 ingredients in your homemade almond milk. You're gonna have the most decadent tasting almond milk that you can use in your coffee, you can use in your cereal, you can use in if you're eating cereal, or in whatever you're baking or cooking, or just as a treat, really as dessert. It's that good. So our 3 ingredients for homemade almond milk is water. Hopefully you're gonna use purified water. We're gonna have medjool dates, and we're gonna use raw almonds. So we're gonna take about a cup of almonds, and we're gonna add it to a jar. Now with almond milk, because it's the fresh kind without preservatives, it's not gonna last very long. You have about 4 to 5 days max. So you don't wanna make a whole bunch of it. And you can also change the consistency if you like it thicker. I like to use it for coffee or just to have it as a treat, and I don't like it really thin. So you can change the thickness based on how much water you use. So we're gonna go with my recipe because I like it really thick. Just add more water if you like it thinner. So we're gonna take 1 cup of raw almonds and stick it in a glass container. For 1 cup of almonds, I'm gonna use 4 medjool dates. It makes it sweet, but not too sweet. If you want it sweeter, because I use the dates as my sugar source instead of sugar, I actually add more when I want it for creamer for my coffee. And yes, I drink coffee. So we're gonna add, and you have to pit these dates. So open the date up, take out the pit, and then some of them have a top, so you wanna take off the top as well. You're gonna put that right in the jar with the almonds. Then we're gonna add our 2.5 cups of water. You're gonna let this sit overnight, or for at least 6 to 8 hours. And then we're gonna use this to make our almond milk. So this jar has been sitting overnight, and it has the same 1 cup of almonds, 4 medjool dates pitted, and 2.5 cups of water. We're gonna put that soaked almond mixture into something that blends. Now I use a Magic Bullet. I really like the Magic Bullet. I'm sure there are other blenders that are fine. You can use a Vitamixer or a NutriBullet, or any of those will be fine as long as it has a really good sharp blade. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that up and stick it on the Magic Bullet, and we're gonna blend it for about 2 minutes. Now the most important part of this almond milk process really is the nut milk bag. This is a nut milk bag, and you can buy it at Whole Foods for about $6, $7, $8, or you can order it online. It's also very useful for making cauliflower pizza. I made zucchini bread recently, and I need to take some of the water out of the zucchini. So this is like cheesecloth, but even finer. So go ahead and invest in a nut milk bag. I tried it in all different ways, and it just didn't work. There was still sediment, and you want your almond milk to be smooth and creamy and have nothing else in it. So you're gonna take your Pyrex or a glass dish, and we're gonna put our nut milk bag over that dish, and then we're gonna pour our blended almonds and dates and water into the nut milk bag. From there, you're going to tighten the nut milk bag, and then we're literally going to milk it. You're going to squeeze the almond milk out of the bag, leaving the sediment and the nut meat still in the bag. Once you're done squeezing all of the milk out of your almond meat from the nut milk bag, you're gonna take it and pour it into your glass container. You can use the one you just used to soak it overnight and store it in your refrigerator. Again, you wanna make sure that you finish this within 4 to 5 days. Just smell it, you'll be able to tell when it goes bad. Now we have the issue of what do we do with all of this? Well, we don't want to waste it. Well, I don't want to waste it. The first time I ever did this, I did waste it, and I felt really badly about it. So let's do something with it. Let's make homemade almond meal. So you're going to take what's in the bag. Now, if you're making this every week or every 4 to 5 days, you don't have to do this step every time. In fact, I would recommend putting the meat into a container of some kind and putting it in the refrigerator so that way you do 2 batches at one time. So you're going to take the meat out of the bag and spread it onto some kind of cooking sheet. I use stone, but I also have metal. You're going to spread it out, and then we're going to put it in the oven at about 200 degrees for about an hour and a half. Then you're going to shut the oven off and just let it dry out. Once it dries out, you're going to have the start of homemade almond meal. And I'll show you how to use this next week to make some paleo chocolate chip cookie bars.
The Fit to Love podcast show offers you 6 days a week of helpful content to achieve the happy life you deserve. Movement Mondays and Tasty Tuesdays are weekly videocasts, while Wellness Wednesdays, Thoughtful Thursdays, Freedom Fridays, and Sexy Saturdays are audio-only shows themed every week to address your holistic life and needs. If the show inspired you, we would love for you to share it and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us today. Head on over to fittolove.tv for recaps of every show, resources, and to join the community. That's FIT, the number 2, LOVE.tv. Have a fit and fabulous day.